Good?
We're good.
Ready? Welcome to this week's podcast of Lauren and Dalton, and we are going to talk about something.
We're going to talk
questions.
We're going to talk about something, but we did, if you noticed, we switched spots because I was too saddened about being in this deathly shadow spot too many podcasts. So now I put him in there, and I get the nice light from the
Lauren
window.
has great light.
So hopefully I look good.
And then I'm over here in the shadows. Put my hood on.
I think you've always looked good, but
thank you.
we aim to please around here.
Yes. Okay, so
What
we
is
are going to
today?
talk about our health. We're going to talk about health routines that we have. Physical health is what I'm focusing on. Workout routines, things that our nutrition, things like that. I feel like we've been in the game for a very long time. You much longer than me, so we don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. Maybe we just
You can
focus
go to where we met
on
and how it was then.
how being married. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that today.
We can do the chicken story, how we first met.
Oh my gosh, how we first met.
Yeah.
Was we were just friends. We barely knew each other. We were at a cookout, which cookout, obviously you only go so that you can load up your plate with everything that is there, right? And Dalton comes in with a cooler that has grilled chicken and a mustard, just plain mustard to dip it in.
To make it nastier too, is we actually didn't have a grill in that apartment, so it was just steamed chicken. So I had to put it in a little bag and steam it, and I had steamed chicken and mustard. It was very dry and nasty, so you had to put plenty of mustard on it.
So we all have our cookout plates loaded up, and then I see him, who I totally was crushing on, and I saw him pull out the chicken with the mustard, and I was like, wait, is this what he is like in events like this? Because I can't have that. Like, if you can't eat food with me, then who are you? But we ended up together, and the rest is written.
It's evolved some.
Rest is history, or whatever they say.
Then we have that one picture whenever we first, I think it was maybe it was the day that we got engaged, and we got the protein shakes and we're drinking them.
Yeah.
And we do the big thumbs up.
Yep. The day we got engaged, we had a protein shake every day. So it was after we got engaged, we had our daily protein shake. Oh, and I did my fist out like this with my ring on.
Yeah.
To show that we were engaged.
That's what it was.
I made you meal packs while we were engaged. We would take a Sunday and roast those sweet potatoes, that broccoli, sprouts.
We did sprouts.
Made your house smell like farts. And then chicken. Yeah. I feel like it's been a part of our lives individually, but then it also has been a part of our lives together as well. And she has questions to ask us to help the conversation.
First question is, what does your weekly fitness routine look like?
So I'll go first.
You go first with weekly fitness.
Okay. Weekly fitness routine for me, obviously it's changed over the years. Being pregnant, having newborns, having babies. So I go in and out of what I'm able to do and what I can give time to. But currently, I'm at a great spot. I have children that are old enough, that I don't have to be attentive to 24/7, that I leave with our wonderful nanny or my mom or something like that, or you sometimes. And I go to the gym 3-ish times a week. It's right next to our house. But then we also made a little room in our basement, a gym as well, so that when I'm home with the kids, I'm able to get a workout during their rest time. And for me, workouts are 35 minutes tops. And they're mostly lifting with a little bit of core, and I follow a program so that I don't have to think about anything. Yeah. I don't have to plan, prep. I throw on my clothes, I go, I press play. It is beautiful for me. It works out great, and I love how quick it is too.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like for me on a weekly basis. I hit all the body parts day by day.
For me, fitness has always been a big part, just because I like the one-dimensional element of fitness, where I like that you just do that thing, you focus on it, where business has so many nuances and variables with it.
So many variables.
I'm like, fitness is just a good mental thing for me too. And so mine, probably 3 to 4 times a week, I get up and go take Wiley to school, and then I work out again another 5 times a week. And so a mixture of CrossFit, the same gym that you go to, depending on where I'm at, Planet Fitness. So normally
You have how many gym memberships? Tell the people.
Probably 4.
4 gym memberships, 4 y'all.
CrossFit, Planet Fitness, Ironheads, anytime.
If this wasn't such a healthy habit, we would be looking at decreasing that. But
It's not that much.
Your life is chaotic.
Yeah.
You're all over the
I
place
am
at
all
any
over.
given, like the city. You're literally all over the city at any given moment.
Yeah.
So it's helpful to be like,
To pop in.
I'm able to pop in here because I do have an hour in between this and this.
Yes.
How many guest passes you got for those things? Dish them over.
I got the black card at Planet Fitness, so somebody could go. But like, yeah, even yesterday it was, you work out first in the morning, and then I went and did CrossFit twice yesterday, actually is what I did. And so that's the other gym. So CrossFit. And the other side of it, though, too, is then I've got my little morning routine health aspect of it. All the peptides now in my little corner. And my little Armora.
You stand in the corner of our kitchen for 25 minutes. Like literally we've had to be like, I've had to get him off the couch so he'll watch TV some in the morning with the babies. And I'm like, it's time for you to go stand in your corner and go take all your supplements and go get all your peptides or whatever. Or else you'll be late to taking Wiley to school.
I like the infusions. We got the new place here that I just tried out last week with the cold plunge, all that stuff. It's just fun.
Yeah.
fun,
And you
good
have
habit.
you have your routine, and then you're also open to like so many things that you don't do weekly, like the cold plunge and the sauna. We would love to do that more. We just don't have one like personally.
I also like that is my hobby as far
It
as
is.
there is no other like there's no
don't
golf,
golf.
there's no tennis,
don't play
there's
video
I don't
games.
play with anybody, I don't do any
Praise
of that
the
stuff.
Lord.
It is just it is only the fitness that I take time to do.
It's true.
Do you all prefer working out together or separately?
I think we would love to be in the gym at the same time. Now, we would never like do the same program.
No.
No, because we're just not, we just do different things. And
This
you're
is
like,
good.
have you seen his arms? They're massive. So, like, we wouldn't be doing the same thing. But, I mean, they talk about like when you work out with your spouse, how it raises, I don't know, like
Sexual.
your sexual desire. So,
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun to be able to be in the gym together and watch you pump iron. I think it'd be great.
You in your short shorts.
And me in my short shorts.
You guys want me to leave the room?
Leave the room. But in this season of life, it'd be way too hard to combine to connect
Yeah.
and get our schedules to line up. So currently, we do not work out together. We do not work out in the same gym,
It'd
the same
probably be
room.
difficult to be so sexually aroused and working out at the same time, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how you'd get over that. That would be hard. No pun intended.
How do you support each other in staying healthy?
We just have a commitment to not get fat.
We have a commitment to not get fat. I think going back to what we said about like you do have 4 or 5 gym memberships, and that's one of the ways that I support you is I could be like, that's excessive. And I mean, it is excessive, but it's all about perspective, and where you are in life. So to us, we're able to have 5 or 4, whatever, gym memberships. And so that's one way I feel like I support you is have the memberships, even though some of them are close to each other, so it doesn't really make sense. But if it makes sense to you and you're able to get it in and that helps you, then I support it.
Yeah.
And then also like on Saturday mornings, you pretty much work out every Saturday morning, which is to me a sacrifice. I make the sacrifice. Well, it's not like a sacrifice to stay with my kids, but I mean like I make the sacrifice to be like, okay, this is another morning that you're leaving. Go work out. And I feel like I support you in that.
No, yeah, you do.
Lately, I've been also leaving Saturday mornings before you leave. I say, I'm going to go get my workout really fast. And when I get back, then you can leave. And I think that's a
Yeah.
good meet in the middle type of thing.
I think that's good.
Any other way? Like, I mean, we definitely support
Those
each
are big
other
ones.
in trying new,
That,
new,
I mean,
like, supplements and
nutrition-wise is
nutrition.
the freedom of that we've never, one of the biggest things with us is that we are not we don't sit down and eat dinner, like even when it was just me and you because of the way that I ate. And so that's probably what you adapted to. We don't make meatloaf and grits and like French taters or something and like eat that every night. Like
That is true.
we don't make like pot pie and ham hocks and stuff every night. It's always like I'm always eating a meal pack or salsa.
Yes.
Either a meal pack or salsa.
You only have 2 lanes to go
Yeah.
down. I feel like we're pretty good in supporting each other in our nutrition. You never give me a hard time ever about like when I eat my cheese fries, but then you also never give me a hard time when I'm like, I just want to shake for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
Like we're very much just like, you're on your path, I'm on my path. I feel like we trust each other in the decisions that we make food wise we know that the goal is the same.
Your greatest benefit, though, is that your normal day, everything, what I always say, your nutrition daily is good, so you can do that because,
true.
You're eating like peppers and hummus.
It's my favorite.
And so that's what you love to eat.
I
To
do.
segue in, the next question is, what do you usually eat to stay on track with your goals?
Oh, perfect. I have a saying that I like to follow, and it is eat more of what God makes and less of what man makes. So I try to take that and apply it to, okay, what am I eating for lunch and dinner? I intermittent fast, so I don't ever eat breakfast. And it's just worked for me. I know there's like so many articles and stuff out there about intermittent fasting, the pros and the cons, but honestly, it works for me, so I don't plan on steering away from it anytime soon. But I try to apply that to what I'm cooking for our family and for myself. Is I'm looking down at my plate, is the majority of this what God makes coming from the earth, or is it more processed and what man has made? And I feel like that is a great motto to live by, plan your meals by, pack your lunches by. I could come to work every day and DoorDash. That's honestly what sounds the best, but instead I try to pack a lunch that has no shade to Allison. But instead I try to pack a lunch that has mainly vegetables to it, just so that it's more natural.
Hey, I packed a lunch last week.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I haven't hardly eaten this week. It hurts too much.
Well, there you go. Some people get lip boils to help with their nutrition. What was the question? What do you eat on a weekly basis? Okay, and then you can answer.
Mine is
Or
going to...
should I get more specific?
Yeah, why don't you talk about what you put in your little box?
Okay.
Yeah.
I've already eaten my little box for the day, but normally I have peppers, cucumbers, and hummus. I have cheese, some type of beef jerky, maybe some these really good cauliflower crackers from Aldi, and then an orange or something like that. But I tried to fill up this big part with peppers and hummus. That's what I do for lunch. For dinner, it's a little bit less because I also have to feed my children, so I have to have a little bit more cheese in there. And I pretty much repeat. I found that you can have more success when you repeat your meals a lot, when you don't have to put in so much work.
And we normally have 2 decent meals over the weekend.
Yes.
Or something.
And that's something that we can, at least me, that we can look forward to. Is
Yeah.
okay, I can continue eating the peppers and the hummus, but I know I get cheese fries on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My quick one, because we can talk about the restaurant debacle that we had, because
Okay.
I have food stories from that and from the buffet thing. But mine is quick, where I normally do the intermittent fasting too, and so until about noon, and then I will do athletic greens, or out here I have different greens, and then I will do protein, some type of protein shake, and I try to eat the most around 4 o'clock, the meal packs, and so I'll put 2 steak. Right now my favorite one is I just mix these 2 steak ones so that I get plenty of steak, and then the sweet potato mash. And then once I get home, I'm always trying to not eat unless there's salsa there. So
Well, and if there's not salsa, I get yelled at.
yeah, I'll order salsa.
So
I'm
even
like,
if there's not salsa, he's gonna make sure there is salsa.
or we will DoorDash salsa.
You did
like we
DoorDash
last
salsa
night.
last night. He was
Are you
like,
just
I
eating
can't take
salsa with a spoon? Or
No,
chips?
no. I got these new chips, these masa, which, yeah, the other ones come today too, because I ordered
Okay.
from the same company. They have actually potato chips.
They're
And so-
delicious. They have a great crunch,
Yeah.
and they're not made with seed oil. They have a great salt to them. So that's another thing. He's always ordering things like this for us to try.
To try new stuff like that. Beef tallow. It's beef tallow, corn, and salt.
Yeah, are the ingredients.
That's it.
And it's
in
delicious.
this thing. And so there's that. And then there's these Vandy chips, and those are good. We'll just split this up as a commercial for them and send it to them.
Yeah.
And then the Vandy chip, we're going to try those. Those are more traditional.
Okay. So that's how you eat your salsa.
That's how I eat it.
Is with a yummy
That,
chip.
or I like what the boys have.
He loves the cheese, they're not crackers. They're cheese cakes.
Yeah, what's the rice cake thing?
Cheese
little
rice
mini
cakes
cake
or something.
things.
Yeah,
Those are
from
great.
Aldi.
Those taste great.
He loves dipping those in salsa.
That or the new chips. Those
We
are the
both
two.
do AG1 every morning.
Yep.
We both do our
Armra.
Armra every morning. And just to harp on
Orange goes
AG1,
unflavored.
I do unflavored, but I put everything in orange juice, so it's flavored in that way. I've noticed such a change with AG1. Like when I
AG1's
go,
good.
when I travel and I don't have my AG1, I feel it. And then when I get back home to AG1, it's just so helpful to stay, consistent and
Regulated.
cleansed out
Yeah.
and regulated.
Yeah.
Feels so nice for your body.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. What's one health or fitness goal you're currently working on together?
Mine is, I mean,
do
I
it
have an
separately.
exact goal. Mine
Oh,
is,
go for it.
that I said that I want to be at 205 and we go to Mexico in 1 month from today. And so I'm like, I want to be shredded.
And you will be.
I will be.
You should see him
I'm
with
close.
his shirt off. You look great already.
I'm close now. So I'm like, I got like another 7 or 8 pounds. And I'm like, and then I feel like more of the body comp, the weight's just part of it, but I really don't care about the weight as much as I do that I'm still leaning out more. So
Yeah.
I'm like that because I was 234 when we got back. And then I'm 214 now, somewhere around there.
Your weight has fluctuated. I mean, I don't want to say so much because I have seen larger fluctuations in other people, but I feel like it, just depending on what season of life you're in, it goes
Busy.
up, down,
Yeah.
constantly.
No, it does.
Yeah, but you're really good at sticking to something, having a goal, sticking to a routine to get you there. So I believe that it'll happen.
Oh, thank you.
I don't think I have any specific goals. My goal is honestly just to stay consistent. Because how I mentioned, like having babies and that throws you out of your consistent game. Even becoming consistent is now a goal. Does that
Yeah.
make sense? And so it's kind of just a basic goal is just, okay, let me just stick to this. Let me keep going. I'm not really looking for too many results. I just like to be strong. I like to be lean. I like to be feeling good. I posted something on my Instagram the other day and it was like, yes, I work out for my current self, but I mostly work out for my 40-year-old self, my
Yeah,
50-year-old
I saw that.
self. I'm getting chills talking about it. My 60-year-old self. I want that woman to look back and say, thank you for putting in the work because I still feel good at age 60 because I'm able to run around with my grandkids, you know? I'm able to go on adventures with you and our family.
You
And
want to look good in a thong at like 75.
and I want to look good in a thong at 75. Whatever path I go down, you know, I want to be consistent so that I can consistently feel good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
Thanks. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I do want to say the thing with the food one.
Okay.
Though, like, and we can wrap it up, and this could even just be a clip. You think that?
I would just tell the story and then do an
What story do you have to tell?
The food one of Saturday.
It was horrible.
Of what happened, and because it was coming from how much we love our Saturdays because we pick them, because it's like that's going to be your cheat meal, and so it was. First of all, it was in this town called Guy and Dot or something. And if I would have known that before, I would have never even went.
I
I'm
thought
like,
it was just in the big city,
had
but
no
it
idea.
wasn't.
And around here, you don't stray too far from the beaten path. Like you might be in a cool place like Nashville or somewhere. You're like, let's go try that new one.
Yeah,
Most
that
of the
hole in the
time,
wall,
yeah.
but not
most of
here.
the time here, it is a hole in the wall.
A physical, like you got to crawl through
and
a hole to
it's
get to
gonna
that
be
restaurant
nasty.
on the other side.
And somebody just some like cook was like coked out one night and he left and started his own restaurant like in a shed, and now it's called like the new place here. And so you go have no idea what you're going to be getting yourself into. And I said at first the concept was that it was this like marina type place in the water, one of the only place.
It's the only place around here that you can eat on the
on
river.
the water. You're actually
So there's 3 states in our area: Kentucky, Ohio, West Virginia, and in our little tri-state area, there's so many opportunities to have like this really cool riverfront dining, and no one has taken advantage of it except for this one boat that turned itself into a restaurant,
Yeah.
and it's on
Anchored
the water.
And at first I said, gosh, it's probably like concession stand food. Probably just fried like Glup, or something there that we're going to go eat. Just
I love how he
jalopy.
says gloop. It's never fried gloop. It's always fried gloop.
Like that's what I expected. But then we pulled up what we thought was the menu.
Well, we didn't pull it up. My parents were also going with us, and
Yeah.
they screenshotted the menu and sent it to us. And I was like, oh, Dalton, look. there is a lobster roll, and
sea
there
bass.
is Chilean sea bass, and there is spinach and like crab hot dip.
Yeah.
We were like, oh my gosh, this is
It
exciting.
might be a decent place.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get there, and that was not the menu nor the place at all.
Turns out my parents just Googled one Pier Landing menu. Do you know how many probably Pier
Pier
Landings
Landing.
there are in the United States?
That's a typical boomer behavior.
Typical boomer. I was like, Google? You Googled a menu? I haven't done that in ages.
And then we get there, and then the water is just this duty brown,
It was
which they can't control that.
They can't control it, but
Duty
it was the
brown,
brownest water I've ever seen in my
brown,
life.
and just like there was turds rolling underneath you in the water, and like little like hamsters or mice like on the turds as it's just floating. And you're like, gosh, I don't know. We'll still give it a try. Like it seems like it might be off, but I don't know. Let's try. And we get there, and it was just the main thing is we'll talk about the actual food. We ordered cheese fries, your favorite food.
Cheese fries are my favorite food. I was at least excited that they had those.
And then I can't believe that they called them fries.
I cannot believe they called them fries. It was like they took a fry, scooped out all the potato.
Very
threw
tedious.
It. We don't know where they threw this potato, but all those fries were hollow.
Hollowed out.
It was just
super
fried
tedious.
fry. Like
Yeah.
it was so.
Somehow they just were able to take flour and it just came out.
The fact that they have a full-time worker
Yeah.
dedicated to just scooping
Just
the
scooping
potato.
whatever tool that thing is that just pushes. Like I picture this syringe just pushing that potatoes out of them fries, just hauling them out with just a little wrapper around this thing,
Nasty as cheese
and
fries.
just some nacho cheese on it.
With nacho cheese and just stupid fake bacon. I mean, my head hurt.
Make some bacon.
The second I took
yeah.
a bite out of that first cheese fry, my head started hurting because it was just grease and fry.
And like refurbished bacon bits. And it was like, can we not even use real bacon? We got to use refurbished parts. Like it wasn't even food, it was parts that was in this. That one was rough. And then them puppy hushers.
Oh,
Because they
gosh.
weren't hush puppies.
We ordered hush puppies that were all hush and no puppies.
Yeah. I
It
mean,
was
just
disgusting.
if you can take flour and then roll it in flour and,
And
just
fry that.
that's what we had.
With no seasoning, with no anything that made it good. My head hurt also immediately once I took a bite out of that. I was like, this is not only the nastiest hush puppy I've ever had, but also it's immediately hurting my head.
And you got sick. You literally couldn't touch your burger. You left your burger there. Didn't touch it at all.
Didn't
even
touch
wanna
my
eat it
burger.
and try.
I went home immediately, put a heating pad on my belly. You put Gray to bed because I was like, I can't do it, and I was out.
But shout out to the high level carnies that were making all that food there that took it straight from straight from the county fair and just in the back, like that meth concession food.
True, it was.
Them carnies
It was
got
horrible. What did you eat? Salmon or something?
Yeah, and I didn't finish it.
Which you've never not done in
I
your
know. I've
whole
never
entire
not finished
life.
salmon.
My dad was coming off of a 72-hour fast
So he
and
didn't care.
ate everything in sight and said it was like one of the best restaurants he's ever been to. And we were like,
Loved it.
I think the fact that you haven't had food in your system for 3 days
It's
probably
thrown
has
you
something
off,
to do
for
with
sure.
that.
Well, that's it. That's our food. That's fitness, and then our fun food story. But next week we'll probably go over some more questions. We have some different ones. So I'm like,
We'll hit some more questions next week.
we love you guys.
We never know what we're talking about.
We don't. Like and subscribe. We're going to get somewhere with this thing. Thank you. Love you.